Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be the daddy. The Daddy Diaper Pack is available at daddingcompany.com.
Welcome to My Life as a Dad. Today's guest is Hank Baskett. Do you find your dad, do you find yourself now as a dad reflecting back on things that your dad told you?
Definitely.
Or what's some examples of that?
First off, like I said, reflecting, I quote my dad constantly. You'll hear it today. He's the most influential man I've ever met in my life. And I mean, he's Hank Sr., Hank the Second. And he always just taught me to be patient because, like I was saying, how you mold that child is how that child's going to react to the world. If you do it right as a child, you can't teach an adult or a boy how to be a man. You have to start when they're a child. And he's always just told me, and I actually called him last year on Father's Day, and I was like, it's hard to be the one who has to do the discipline from, 2% to 99% of the time. Kendra will go from 1 to 100, and when that happens, I step out the house because I'm not getting my butt in trouble.
Right.
But I was like, it's hard at this time to, to have to talk to little Hank about discipline. And society today, you're seeing fewer and fewer young men. There's a lot of young boys that are running around that are 25 and older, not just teenagers anymore. You don't find really young men nowadays. And I just try to instill with him what my dad taught me, always take care of mom. I'll find a way to take care of myself. Always treat a woman with respect, and just your manners, the little things. And there's people say, it's like with toys. They're like, a child has to be 3 to 6 to play with this toy. No, if the child's capable of playing with the toy that's 2, let the child do it. We hold children back by just putting an age requirement, or they're at this age so they can't learn that. My dad's like, if the boy's ready to learn how to do something, then the boy's ready to be taught how to do it. And my dad was very active in all my sports and my schooling and everything. And that's what I'm trying to be for Hank. I want to be there, I drop him off usually 9 times out of 10 in the morning from school. I try to be there to pick him up from school. Now that he's playing soccer, I immediately told the coach, like, hey, I'll be an assistant if you need me, whatever you need. I just want to be as involved as I can, so when I do have to travel for work, he knows that I'm always around. And I always tell him, I was like, what happens when Papa leaves? And he always comes back.
Always comes back.
Yeah,
and
that's
key.
what I let him know.
That is such a key to have.
Oh yeah,
right?
You have to make sure your child knows that you have to go away at times. You have to, mommy and daddy has to have date night every now and then. You have to still take care of that part because you're still a husband. But the child has to understand that you're not just leaving them running out on them. We let them know that we're about to go do this, and you can't just be around all the time because they get so attached. You can't get over-attached. You have to have that separation, and Hank is very understanding of it.
How do you handle bedtime with him?
When he was born, everybody's like, oh, well, come out for dinner, bring the baby. We're like, no. The first months were so crucial. We're like, he is in that crib at 7 o'clock. If we're rocking him and he falls asleep, crib at 7 o'clock. If he was still kind of awake, we still put him down at 7 just so he know. We got him to sleep through the night so fast. You got to have that routine, because if it's one night 7 o'clock, one night 11 o'clock, the child's never going to get that routine down.
Right.
And that's what we did. So nowadays it's we'll read, or we try to get in his room by 7:30. And it'll be, if he's done a lot of schoolwork that day or he's already read, we'll put on, he loves like the old school Sonic, he loves the old school cartoons. So we'll let him watch an episode of that. And then
What's an old school cartoon?
Like Sonic, he loves Transformers.
Right.
He loves Scooby-Doo and Garfield.
Okay.
And then he loves the Looney Tunes. So we'll play that stuff for him. Or, like I said, majority of the time, we'll read books. We'll do like 2 books, because that's his little point system. He gets little good marks for every time he reads 2 books. And if he gets a certain amount, then we'll go get a toy. We created the board for him so he understands like responsibility, and his positive actions yield positive rewards. So we put him down we'll sit there and lay with him for a little bit, and then after so long, if he doesn't fall asleep right away, then it's like it's time to go to bed. And he's gotten to the point where he understands, okay, it's bedtime. We're like, it's a school night, you know. If it's on the weekend, we'll let him stay up a little bit later, but he's still, no matter what, I'll still get up about the same time.
My life as a dad.
Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be the daddy. Please join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you have a favorite celebrity or athlete dad that you'd like to see on the show, please give us a comment below. Sponsored by Daddy & Company, the perfect gifts for dad. Get 15% off your next purchase at daddyandcompany.com using promo code MLAAD15.